Hello, guys. Yep, of course. Of course. No, I am not doing this twice. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so we have that to add to our chores list. Isn't that going to be nice? Wonderful. Oh my gosh. Minecraft hates me, doesn't it? Like, God forbid I actually get progress done. Right when I'm ready to buckle down and actually do something, oh, we get a creeper thrown our way, you know? That's always nice. Lovely. Fulfilling. Joyful. Whatever you want to call it. Okay, we're missing that. We're missing that. We're just gonna ignore that for now. Because I am at the point where I'm just done, at least dealing with that. So let's check. I changed it from what we said last episode, so I think I removed something. I can't remember what. But we're gonna go strip mining when really we're gonna finish the staircase. Then we're gonna finish the valley, and we're gonna finish the table. Those are all pretty simple, easy things. And I think now we are gonna end up also finish. Oh, I remember. I removed pickaxe. We're not gonna work on the pickaxe today. Although we are getting close. I mean, we have the... If we can get our levels up. Yes. So, let's just dig right in. I need to make a pickaxe, but let's dig right in and finish this strip mine. Get this over with. Okay, guys. So, I did my best to kind of, you know, patch this up. I think this block, like this diagonal, might have been right here. Or... I really don't know. It just looks a little weird on the outside, but whatevs. We're just gonna go ahead and keep on mining down here. We're gonna do this for a good, let's say 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. And we're gonna talk real quick. Don't you love that? Don't you love when I talk? We're gonna talk about the SMP. More specifically, you know, I don't think I need the F3, it's kind of bugging me. Yeah, more specifically, we're going to talk about what went wrong and why we are not doing the SMP. And, you know, that, without getting into the specifics of it, I'm just going to word it this way. As you may have seen on the live stream, it was a little chaotic. And afterwards, after the live stream, it continued to be chaotic. However, you know, human nature, people are entitled to their beliefs. And various people on the server had various different beliefs. More specifically, Jason and I disagreed on a couple fundamental things. And because of that, we're not gonna be doing the SMP, and possibly not be recording in the future anymore. Now, also human nature is to forgive, or, you know, as humans we usually work things and problems out on our own. That's kind of like what makes humans so special, is that we have the capacity to have empathy and put ourselves in other people's shoes. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm bullheaded. I'm not one of those people who can easily do that. But, and that's weird, that was like a different but. I know usually I go but that was more of like an emotional but. I'll just say right now, it does not look like Jason and I are gonna be doing videos together in the future. And I would not be surprised if it stayed that way. But on top of that, you know, the SMP, a little, you know, the difference between this SMP and the previous ones is I'm not going to just magically take it off my schedule and then you guys are like, hey, weren't we gonna do an SMP? I'm gonna talk to you guys about it, as I am right now, and we're just kinda gonna go with the flow. And you know, people disagreeing is a sad thing, but it's also, in a way, it's a beautiful thing because it shows two, I guess, personalities, and it shows their independence from one another, and the ability to think for yourself, and I just personally, I like to use the whole as a human being situation or scenario, and that just makes me, I'm a very logical person, so whenever I deal with anything, especially when it comes to like decision making, I prefer to take myself out of the equation and think in terms of like strangers. But with something like this, it's a little bit more difficult. But for the purpose of this video, so it doesn't turn into like Killer Keemstar just roasting people and gossiping, I'll just say we disagreed on things, and because of that, the SMP is not going to continue. Okay, so that's my little rant, my little 4-minute heart-to-heart with you guys. And Jason, if you're watching this, I hope this doesn't make you uncomfortable, me talking about it. But also, I'm not doing this to throw you under the bus or bring light to a situation that doesn't need to be brought light to, or that doesn't need light brought to it. I'm just saying that to give my viewers an explanation as to why we're not going to be doing the SMP. So that's all I'm going to talk about that, and we're going to call that, A-OK, move on from there. So, about last week, since we're having a little heart-to-heart, we might as well get all the sins out. Just kidding. That was supposed to be a joke. My tone was a little bit more serious, so didn't go so well. But, yes, last week, I skipped the schedule towards the end, and I was just incredibly busy. I had multiple after-school things. You could call it bad calculations. But rather than getting myself worked up over trying to meet a schedule that would cut into my academics or even my social life, I decided, this is where I step in and I say, obviously you're not ready for this week, so we're just going to take a break and come back next week. And here we are coming back next week. So I apologize for the gap, but, sometimes you just gotta let things happen and let mistakes take their course. And in that case, you could say I made a mistake, but personally, I just feel like instead of a mistake, I would just call it a happy accident. My name's Bob Ross. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's check what's next on the list. I'll finish that staircase later. Finish Valley. So let's go to sleep and get out there. Here we are. We're at like, I guess, ground level with the field at the farm. And for the sake of this, because I want to talk while I do this, I'm going to turn it down to 1%. Hopefully you can still hear it. But I would rather it be too, I guess, soft than too loud, because, I kind of want you guys to hear me. But I know we've been talking a ton to this episode. And I guess this is one of those, like, I guess, people tell me I use this word wrong, but I call it debriefing. When I think of debriefing, I think of like a briefing is to prepare you, a debriefing is like a conclusion, or like in my head it's like the file you would give at the end of a mission. And so I'm giving you guys like the file of the past week, I guess. I hope I'm using this word right. I really do. But we are just gonna clear out this field, and we're gonna get a ton of wheat with this, since I think you about double the seeds. So hopefully, if we're lucky here, this will also give us everything we need to finish this side of the valley. And I think I've decided what we're gonna do in the next episode. And so I've been thinking about it, and I know we haven't been working on the barn, and to be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a little scared to work on the barn, because I'm not. Also, I forgot, I don't know if you guys can hear the lawnmower in the background. I'm sorry, that's my neighbors. Nothing I can do about it, unless you want this video late, so deal with it. Yes, so we were talking about the barn. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, to be honest, I'm a little afraid to work on the barn. In general, I'm a perfectionist, but what that means is a lot of the time, most of the time, I can get pretty like uptight in terms of starting a project, because in my head, the project's only as good as you start it as, and I don't want to mess up the beginning and waste all that work for nothing. But what that leads to is almost like a fear of progress. And so that's why, in the first episode and even the second episode, I said that it was a big step for me to be able to just settle into a base like that, and it really was. This is the first series that I've ever just gone into it without doing the seed, like trying to find a good seed. I just went with the first seed I found. I think. I can't actually remember. There might have been one other world, and it was pretty crappy. I'm trying to remember. And on top of that, since we've got an abundance of time here, we are going to also talk about collaborations. I was planning on collaborating with Jason, like a Random Thursdays new series. Obviously, that prematurely ended, but I have been talking with Andon, Neko Tendo. I hope. Look, I know his name, but I don't know his channel name pronunciation. Okay, cut me some slack. I think because it's like Nintendo, it's Neko Tendo. I'm hoping, so I don't look like an idiot. Because how can you collaborate with someone you don't even know how to pronounce their name? Yeah, he keeps like giving me the pronunciation, but I just keep forgetting. I mean, it's not exactly something you add to your fun facts list. No offense. I mean, it's an awesome name. But you don't memorize how to name your child's kid. You don't memorize how to pronounce your kid. I can't speak. I'm just going to drop it. Yes, but I hope to collaborate with him, and I think that's going to be fun. He has a Switch. We might get some Switch content here. I know I mentioned it in the first or second live stream. And, I'm kind of down for that. Maybe some Splatoon. I'm not going to pretend like I'm the best Splatooner. I don't know if that's the right... would that be an adjective? A Splatooner would be a noun, or a pronoun. So yeah, I don't think I'm the best Splatooner, but I'm decent. I'm a lot better in Splatoon than I am in like Call of Duty. I can tell you guys that for sure. But that's basically what's new. And so, going back to the barn, in case you can't tell from the past 3 years you guys have known me, or if everyone who watches is basically my friend or my family member. So if you're a friend or a family member, or if you're a viewer, but mostly the friends and the family members, you guys know. I honestly don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, you guys know that I jump around from topic to topic on these videos. In person, I don't really that much, I like to think, but on these videos, you would think I have some severe ADHD, and you might be right. I do not know. But yes, in the next... I hope I didn't miss any spaces. In the next episode, I've decided we are going to work on enchantments, possibly, like, finding a spawner. Hopefully I'll find a spawner, but, that's one of those things that just kind of happen on its own. But, so we're going to do that. We're going to work on the enchantment. I'm going to work on something else. We might just get prepared to do it in a future episode, or we might start next episode. But since we're waiting for me to finish the bricks, while we're waiting, we can still do the roof. So I think we're going to begin production on the roof, or at least production on the materials for the roof. And I think that will give us a good start, a good boost to keep the series going. And then I think on Friday in our 30-minute video, we'll get some solid work done on the roof. Possibly do some mining in the nether, because we're going to need a butt ton of quartz. And that's my guess. And I think next week, I feel like we're getting a little dried out here. So we are going to do the unexpected, and I think we might add something to this general area up here. I don't know what we're going to add yet, though. I'm so close. I know we're running a little long on this clip, but we're so close to finishing the farm, and it'd be a shame if we end it like just a couple seeds away. Come on. Look at that. We're going to have extra seeds. That is what I like to see. And we'll be able to finally see the complete path before the dirt mixed in. And that looks good. I like how that looks. I like how that looks a lot. Beautiful. The Valley of Wheat is looking sharp. And these torches glow at night, in case you haven't realized. So let's go ahead and finish up this episode by killing the animals for the bookshelf. Okay, guys, we're at the fun part. The killing part. And we are going to kill 9 llamas. I know how. Oh, I take that back. 8 llamas. If we can get a nice little streak going here like we did before, this might be even less llamas. Boom. Boom. Okay, okay. We got a little streak going on here. We got 3 2s in a row. Yes, I can do multiplication. Good for me. Okay, no harm, no foul if one doesn't give in. Come on, buddy. Give me your llama skin. Okay, we're 2 llamas away. Cross your fingers. Let's see. You know, do I feel bad about killing all the llamas? No, because honestly, this is kind of fun. And voila. Let's get back to base. Make these beautiful books. And put the bookshelves in. Change the sign and call it a day. Here we are for the last time making this beautiful recipe. And we are going to proudly finish off these bookcases. So I think I just do that. Bada bing, bada boom. And don't get too excited. Is this cobblestone? Of course. Of course. Oh my gosh, I feel like Minecraft is just trolling me today. We start the episode with a creeper explosion, and we're going to end the episode with me having to make yet another pick because I didn't think we would need it the rest of the episode. So, luckily I have a butt ton of sticks because I always like to be ready for a mining adventure, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's just finish this bad boy up. And also, just so you guys know, don't get discouraged if you don't like Project High Rise. I am very aware that some people hate it. I'm also aware that I like to play it, so yeah. For now, I'm going to be playing it. I'm probably going to make it to, like, let's just say episode 20. And, you know, that's about 2 months. And at that point, I'm going to switch to probably Prison Architect. And then from there, we'll just keep moving. Maybe we'll do Stardew Valley. And so we finished that. Finished the valley. We kind of went strip mining. Next episode, we are going to begin the barn. Can I fit barn roof? I can fit a period, but I can't fit an F. We'll just begin barn roof. Boom. Bada bing, bada beautiful. We're gonna work on I don't know if we should do that. Alright, we're gonna begin working on the barn roof. So that means we're gonna do some quartz mining. Or let's just say mine quartz. I apologize if this is going slow, but you know, I want you guys to know what we're gonna do next episode. And let's say finish up base. Beautiful. And that's what we're going to do next episode. And when I say finish up base, we're going to get the wool in there, get the ceiling fixed up. And it's, you know, it's going to be a semi-slow episode, but we will, you know, I really hate moving on to projects that I don't have room for. So let's try to finish this stuff up as best as possible. Possibly, you know, finish up this room. Just little stuff like that. So I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. I really did enjoy making this episode. As always, I heard that.